Dear Alyssa, congratulations. I'm pleased to tell you that the Finance Committee has approved $500 to be used by Co+Lab. The fun part. We normally prioritize student group applications, which are sponsored by organizations with students from different schools. But we loved your idea of designing permanent structures, which will benefit the Penn campus. We would especially encourage you to utilize this money to build the bike rack cover. It is something which will have the greatest benefit to graduate and professional students at Penn, and is a legacy which your organization can be proud to leave visible on campus.
Coming off of last year's project, which is regarded by most as an instant success, Alyssa Olsen and Co+Lab are ready to produce another stellar design installation. Founding Co+Lab just over 1 year ago, Alyssa has reached out to numerous sources for money, and they have answered back in her favor. Accompanied by an everlasting appetite for success and somewhat of a healthy ego, the members of Co+Lab seek to improve underutilized spaces around Meyerson Hall, the home of PennDesign. Their ambitious design proposals and sporadic schedules are realized and completed by students only. No professors in this group. Last year's Co+Lab project was an impossible 48-hour design build charrette that occurred on the tail end of finals and on the verge of the year-end show. They overcame busted materials, wrong measurements, and mental shutdown from a tireless semester of PennDesign. They finished 5 minutes after the fat lady sang, but no one heard the fat lady. There was too much noise about Co+Lab. This year's project is a covered bike rack for outside of Meyerson Hall. With potential for almost double the funding, the members of Co+Lab are preparing to steal the show again with another for the students, by the students design.
So I walk in, I'm all ready to go. I have everything I need for the entire day. And then, you know, it's how do you get into the building? Do you take the long way around if you're worried that you're going to be there for so long when you have a big project? Or do you go through by the garbage, like by the garbage and by the food trucks? There's sort of a psychologicalness getting into the building and where exactly.
Like there's a certain feng shui about, you know, maybe I'll walk up the stairs this way, you know, every day, something like that. And there's a certain ritual, like getting to my seat, getting to my desk. And then, like, you know, there has to be like a certain feel of hominess, like when I'm sitting down, or at least that I feel like in place, like this is where I do.
It's a fun place, and everybody's kind of losing their mind together. And I guess it's pretty supportive too.
I mean, I do try to keep it out of the rain as much as possible because, you know, it gets all rickety when you know, the chain gets loose, the hubs start jiggling if I don't take care of it. So it just makes sense to keep it together because I really rely on it way more than I thought I did.
When it rains, it's unpleasant. It's not my favorite thing, but I still do it every day because I don't want to waste time. with public transportation, especially when it's raining because it gets swamped.
It's probably like the thing that is causing your bike to need maintenance more than anything else, more than riding, more than crashes, more than general anything. It's rain that causes your chain line to get gunked up and to eventually lose any of the lubrication it had.
Rusted chain, rusted derailleurs. Look at all these parts. These are parts that cost money. We need these parts to get around. We'd like to have our own structure to protect that. And if we can design it, we can do it. Why not? If we can design it, build it. At this point, it sounds like we've got the funds to at least try.
Should be fine.
Should be okay.
I think it would also be a signal, sort of, to have such a publicly celebrated, designed thing as like a show of importance given to bikers. You know what I mean? We already have all these racks. This is sort of like the chateau out here. To have a covered rack would even celebrate biking even more.
Great idea, and there's a big necessity. There's a huge biking population here at Penn, and I don't know, as a student it makes me feel really good that there's a group that's going out of their way to figure out how to make life more comfortable, specifically when we're here so long. I'm here more than I'm at home, I mean easily, and that's not, I'm not an exception by any means.
On top of that, there are a handful of people every once in a while that'll bring their bikes into studio, and that's a huge fire hazard. I mean, I remember the fire marshal coming through and saying, you can't do that, and it makes sense. It's cluttered enough in there. So that would also help stem that a little bit.
To say, this is who we are, this is where we are, this is our profession, and we're going to make our community better, and we have the skills and means to do it.
It's initiative shown by the students to make their own environment better because they know how it works.
The fact that we have energy from within our school and that we're using our own talents and resources to do things.
Because after all, everything is here, for us. We're the students, and there's no school without students. So.
And then just psychologically, I've left here at 2 in the morning and it's been raining, and I'm like, my bike's wet. I got to deal with that.
Yeah.
And then get home.
Yeah, it's a little piece. It's true. It's a little peace of mind for design students who are here till late hours and stressed out. To get onto your bike and go home and be comfortable.